initially we had a work from home policy when needed. If you needed to work from home, you worked from home. But besides that, there was at the very onset, once we realized that this wasn't temporary, how do we reimburse folks for multiple monitors? Do we, and of course, once the world realized this was not going to be a temporary thing, everybody was buying monitors. You couldn't buy a Zoom camera. So whenever anybody was getting on a call, they were opening their laptop to use their laptop camera and the laptop speaker. So the technology or the component of transitioning from being in the office and only working from home sometimes to everybody needs a desk at home, they need 2 monitors, they need a docking station, they need a camera, they need, all of these components. Do we just buy it for everybody and send it to their home? Do we allow people to go on Amazon and submit receipts? And, how does that all work out? It was all part of the learning process. Thankfully, groups like these and panels like these is learning from others is how we did it. Trial and error and hearing what everybody else is doing.
And then as I'm listening to you and I'm putting myself in the shoes of maybe a smaller firm and going, what, you're paying for all this stuff for people to have stuff at their homes? How are you guys, what are you paying? And how are you seeing that, put yourself in kind of that shoes. So is there policy around this? So how are you guys addressing this? I'm paying for stuff with people at home.
We've developed a policy that anything under $100, if you need it for your home office, you can buy it and submit a receipt without approval. Most of what we've seen, people are purchasing, $30, $40 cameras on Amazon. So nobody's taking advantage. We're not, monitors did spike for a little bit, but monitors essentially aren't super expensive. It's probably more the docking stations, and Robert can talk to the expense of the technology mostly more than I can. But, for a firm our size of about, 30 people, we had to put the investment in to continue the workflow. It really wasn't how do we pay for the expense, it's how do we continue the work to get done. And if you're in public accounting, you can't work off a laptop and be as productive as you are with multiple screens and things like that.